Yes, yes, yes. Let's get this thing going. You know where we're at. It is that monthly global workforce session. Dude, I would do this to an empty room. This room is empty. I got a couple things going on, but this is an empty room. I would do this out of a cold, dead sleep, baby. This is what I'm about right here. I'm about my people, about my global team, my global family. This is the most important conversation for business owners because it has everything to do. Shh, keep it quiet, keep it quiet. It's everything to do with leading people anywhere in the world. Right down the street, we got Nancy coming in the office. Nancy needs this. You need this for Nancy. You got Bob, okay, halfway across the world. I don't know what culture would name their people Bob other than the United States, but Bob is somewhere around the world and he's coming in to work with us. I don't know. I'm just being silly here, but look, this is about leading people. This is about developing our organizations to be structured in such a way that people could be successful with us. I am Perry Allison. I am the host here of the BA Mastermind. This is the art of leading global workforce team members. And we're going to get into it this month. Tonight, we are going to go over what I would confidently tell you is the most important aspect of leading global organizations. So, with that, I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to go over some refresher points. Okay. This is going to be, some of the foundational items in order to understand VA's global workforce. What the heck are we talking about? We're going to start from the beginning just for a second here. Again, I'm Perry Allison. I've been running a global organization for the last 4 years, and it has been one of the most amazing opportunities to work with the most incredible people and the greatest experience I've had as an entrepreneur by far, hands down. It is wonderful. And not for the reasons that most people think initially when you hear about working with the global workforce, but for all the byproduct reasons, all the other reasons that you wouldn't necessarily think of. So let's get into those refreshers. That is the most important point. And then we're going to jump into how do we manage and develop global teams once we actually have them on our team and working within our organization. So first of all, what is a VA? Okay. Most of the world recognizes VAs as virtual assistants. This would be anybody working remotely that assists within my business or whatever it is that I'm doing. They participate with me on mission. Okay, that is not the right definition. Let's just correct it right now. These are not assistants. The world is not here to assist you. The world is here to partner with you. Okay, my wife is not my assistant. She is my partner. My children are not here to assist me. They are my partners in this life, my people, my team, no matter where they are, near or far. They are not here to assist me. I'm not looking for assistance. I'm looking for some partners. Otherwise, I'm looking to do it by myself. I don't need anybody here to assist me because, man, assistance you can find almost anywhere. Hey, man, would you hold that door for me? Hey, man, would you pick that up for me? Anybody walking down the street, you could ask for assistance and they'd be willing to help you. But man, for someone to jump on mission with us, that is more than just assistance. That's why VAs for us, we have named this and specifically have called this out virtual accelerators. Okay, this is people that work all around the world, the right players in the right position, equipped with fantastic direction and process from you, the business owner, that actually drive your business forward and accelerate it much faster than you could on your own, right? So they're not assisting, they're in the battle with you. They're fighting alongside you. We don't have virtual accelerators, by the way. We don't even refer to our team as virtual accelerators. We're all virtual accelerators. I work remotely from my office in California, who works remotely from our team in the Philippines, from our team in Egypt, from our team in South America. So, look, we're all virtual accelerators by definition. So that's why I call it the global workforce. For any sort of US company, this is the way to look at it. Virtual accelerators, really global workforce is what we're talking about here. What is the opportunity? Now, most people think, hey, it's cheap labor. Okay, let's go global because we want to reduce that hard cost, that big time overhead. Let's cut the fat. Let's chop some heads. Let's save some money. Let's hire some cheap labor to do the things that we do. While that might be The reason that most look into it, it is far from the actual value. In fact, now I was talking to my HR team today and I said, look, like it's not even a cost reduction for us anymore because we have overemployed, we've staffed our company to the point where it doesn't actually represent a cost saving for us anymore. We're actually spending more in payroll than ever have before. But what it does allow us to do is it allows us to, again, accelerate our performance, enhance the efficiency of our operation, and go faster. So, in addition to that leverage, that performance leverage, and of course, being able to reduce costs is a big part of that. But to be able to add additional humans that really get the essence of the business, and we're going to be going deep on that today. We're going to be talking about, man, what does your business stand for? Are you in control? Do you understand? Do you have clarity? What level of responsibility are you taking? Because the VA opportunity is all of these things, baby. It is so much more than cost savings, okay? We are reducing overhead costs like offices and regulation type expenses, insurance, okay? But more importantly, we're talking about time efficiency, being able to do things faster, being able to do things that we never could have done or made sense of financially within our company until we have this opportunity to tap on people all around the world to come in and start these activities. Enhancing the quality of our domestic workforce. I'm just going to name a couple of these that have been powerful for us. Like to be able to bring people all around the world to work with our domestic, our United States workforce, looking at how absolutely tapped out the domestic workforce is. The US workforce is way too full to be hungry. Okay, they're like, oh God, like I can't eat anymore. No more pie. Like I'm full, baby. That is the essence of our workforce. But for our team, our United States team, to be able to see people all around the world that are showing up at odd times, coming in with extra energy, coming in with extra discipline, integrity, reliability, for our US team to come face to face with what that hunger looks like, with that need for an opportunity, with that gratitude of, man, I'm just looking for a great place to come where I'm appreciated, where I'm valued, where I have opportunity. For our US staff to see this is game changing. And we have several of our US team members on this evening. That has been a gift to me, for me to be able to up my game. Like, man, you thought you were working, you thought you had perspective. Hear the stories of some of these people that you will bring into your organization that'll change your mind. Man, we have so much more to do. We have so much more to accomplish. There's so much more I can put out in my work. And that is an incredible value that working with the global workforce offers you. Reduces tax liability. There's some ways that we could beat up Uncle Sam. He has not been nice to us. The tax man is not a good support to many of our business operations. So this is our opportunity to bang them back and put them in check, allowing us to reallocate expensive U.S. operators into higher value activities. Okay, get the minutia, get the administrative redundancy, push that off to folks all around the world that are just for the first time entering your organization. They have not yet learned enough to be able to operate at a higher level, possibly, but the US staff that you have must be those that, man, you've been with me for a long time. You know our company well. You know what we're about. You understand the opportunities. No more doing the basic administrative processes. You got to move into these higher value activities. So those are just a few things that I have found in my journey. Player position, we'll touch on this just for a second. If an SOP, a process can be outlined for the role, then the global workforce can participate in every major department, every major responsibility and activity of our business. Okay, but let's get down to our primary topics of discussion this evening, and that is going to be all about managing and developing our global teams. So we have already discussed in prior months how to source, how to prepare our US team, our existing team with this integration, how to structure that, how to prepare an environment and a foundation for new people to come in and remotely work in our organizations. If you have questions about this, we could take those questions at the end. We can revisit those sessions, but today we are talking about how do we manage and continue to develop global team members in our organization. So I'm going to touch on this quickly because SOPs, standard operating procedures, are the number one things that most businesses don't have a handle on. They don't know what they do, how they do it. Maybe one person knows all of the processes and how they're supposed to be done. Usually that person is the president of the company. Everybody else is more or less guided by a general way of doing things. So being able to solidify, this is our process, this is exactly how we do it, this is highly repeatable activity to get a liable outcome. We've got to have SOPs developed, and that's not part of managing or developing our global teams, by the way. This is something that has to be done long before we ever bring on the first global operator. You cannot bring on people, global operator or US staff member, any staff member. Don't do it until you have clarity on what it is you expect them to do. Do not bring people into your chaos and expect them to figure it out for you. There is no unicorn, silver bullet, Superman or woman that can come into your business and fix your freaking chaos. Okay? Right there, that alone would fix most businesses. Oh, crap. Are you telling me that I can't hire to solve our problems? Hire to fix my business? No, you cannot do that. It is a matter of taking responsibility, providing that clarity, and giving the best amount of clarity of this foundation as possible. And then whatever remains to be optimized, that's an opportunity for our team for sure. But basic levels of operations, what is expected? How do we do what we do? That is our responsibility as business leaders, business owners, and that's big. So this is a snapshot of our SOP database. Once you have these SOPs, they need to be consolidated in a very specific location, very accessible for anybody who needs to reference back to them, very accessible for anybody who gets any sort of new onboarding that happens. This automates the onboarding process. This allows you and your team to take your eyes and attention off of brand new people that you hired. Makes no sense for you to spend any time with brand new hires, man. It's a guess. Hiring is guessing. These people are strangers off the street. Like it's such a guess that it makes zero sense for you to invest any of your attention. You shouldn't even know the name of people that you hire until they hit your board, until they hit your attention, because it's like you're hearing from your stable folks within the company, like this person is a killer. At that point in time, your leadership, the higher ups in the company, that's when you start to take notice of people. But until then, you have process, you have clear training that gives that level of clarity and gives great people an opportunity to understand what it is that they're expected to do, how they're expected to do it, and what outcomes we're looking for. So that's SOPs. But let's get into what it takes to manage and develop global teams. By the way, again, don't tell anybody, but this is how we develop people. This is people development. And small to mid-sized businesses, corporate environments, so terribly bad at developing people. Like almost zero effort is put into this thing called development, like real development. That's why an interview process is, what's the number one thing you're looking for in a new opportunity? Personal development. And the response of the interviewer is like, yeah, we do that here. Well, we're big on personal development. No, you're not. Stop it. Like that is so traditionally lacking right now in businesses. And that's why you have such apathy from the US workforce, if we're getting into it. Like that's why the US workforce is so tapped out, because everything is focused on maximizing profits for the stakeholders, the top 1% of the stakeholders. Everybody knows, it's no secret. You're trying to maximize profitability for those stakeholders. That's why we're checked out, dude. That's why we're looking at our clock. And at 4:59, we've already been checked out for an hour. Dude, I went on a bathroom break and I'm sitting here celebrating that I got 46 and a half minutes in the bathroom today on the clock. That's a financial win for most employees in this country. Okay, so that is what we're talking about today, is managing and developing our team. So managing is to make sure that we're getting the outputs we need in order for the business to run. Development is an entirely different thing. It's going above and beyond what they were hired to do, what you expect them to do as a baseline, and it is the margin in between where they're at today and where they could be tomorrow, their potential, right? How do we develop our people to realize their true potential? And that's what we're going into. So this is actually something that should be done during hiring. I've got my leadership team on today because it's like, hey, this is what we need to focus on. Guys, I'm basically doing this for you. I got my brother Robert on the call here. All right. We may have a couple others from the outside source. Again, I would do this if it was just for me because I'm freaking stoked on this. This is the mission. This is the message. This is the heart. We are as an organization is what has caused us to win and will continue to cause us to win. So for my leadership, you guys know we're focusing on PPFs because our mission as a company does not matter. Does not matter what we want to accomplish, what we care about, what we want to do, our financial goals, until we know that our team members have clarity on their goals, that their goals are exciting to them, their goals are clear, they're measurable, they're according to the SMART goal metric: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. And while most people think that they have goals or aspirations, it's really not clearly defined. So PPFs, personal and professional financial goals, this is done at onboarding. What are your goals? Tell me about them. Most of the time, that question is not answered the first time, the first go around. Most of the time, that first answer is going to be something generic, maybe, if not totally missing. Oh, what are your goals? I don't know, like to pay my bills. That is not a goal. That is an absolute necessity of people. You got to pay your bills. That is not a goal. That should not be your target because falling below that target is not an option. And what's a goal? Buy a house, I guess. Okay, buy a house where? What color? What, like, paint this picture for me. Like, if you could see it, what would it look like? And that's when you start to see people get really uncomfortable, like a little bit giddy, right? And as this, they start to imagine this in their mind, that's when it starts to become real. So really going deep on this, really cycling back. Hey, last time I asked you, you said your goals were, something kind of generic. How have you built that out? How has that become more real? Like what's the big goal that you can see clearly? What are some specific micro targets that you need to hit within the next quarter, the next 4 quarters to hit your annual target? Over the next 5 years, like how can you measure this out to make sure that you get there? Just in your own creativity as a person. That's your goal. What are you going to do to get there? What would you need to do? In a perfect world, what opportunities would you need to have? How much would those opportunities need to be worth to you in order to achieve your goals? Man, get people creative. If people can't get creative or refuse to get creative on their own goals, you're never going to have them get creative on your company's goals. It's just not going to happen because they can't equate how the company's goals relate to their goals. And so I think any effort that people make to engage with the company's goals without having their own goals figured out is really an indication of that person's character. Like, I think that's amazing that they even try to get there with it because what are you drawing from? You're not drawing from any personal resource or anything in it for you. And so that's why, man, most of the workforce here in the US is tapped out because there's no next goal. When our greatest achievement is to be able to pay the bills, and then you finally find a job that allows you to do that, and foot comes off the gas. I'm not looking to create anything extra. I'm good with what I'm getting. So this right here is a cheat code, especially as we start to break through the scarcity mindsets that are so necessary in order to really hit disproportionate growth within our companies. Like, if we're going to grow and scale beyond what we've plateaued as a company to, we've got to get some people thinking bigger than they've ever thought before. It starts with the individuals. It starts with the leadership communicating this message. And then it starts with the individuals tapping into this for themselves and really getting after their own specific goals. So very, very powerful. Okay. PPFs, insanely positive. Pro tip here. Okay. Pair this with financial education. Okay, how to budget, how to invest, what is money? Like, where did money start? How do we connect money? How do we use money? Okay, what is it for? This right here, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have the best understanding as to how the economic world works because you have started something or you're working within the marketplace in a very real way where there's just value exchange. You understand what it's like to work at something for free or to even pay for an opportunity to possibly get paid way down the road. I mean, that's the way, that's the entrepreneur's life right there. And the disproportionate big gains that may come out of that, that's what an entrepreneur lives for. We got to get our people tapping into that same mentality. I got to be willing to put out more without direct and immediate results in order for my people to see, okay, if that guy's doing it, if that girl's doing it, man, that they're the leader. It's something that I need to be doing as well. So teaching our people about how money works when at least most of America is totally ignorant to this. We're not taught in school, high school, middle school, college, like how money actually works. What is the marketplace? What's the value exchange? No, I mean, you have people paying to go to college. Like that's how freaking disconnected we are. We have people paying to learn from people who are not paid to do the things that they're teaching. Like they're not paid in proportion to the value of what they're teaching. They're being paid to actually be in front of the class spouting these theories. They're theories because they're not exercising them and getting a return based off of their knowledge. They're getting a return based off of them holding this session. And so, you know, this is the system, at least within America, that we have propped up for way too long. Instead of going into a business where you're actually paid to learn from people who are earning and actually doing and participating in the marketplace. This is very powerful for people to awaken at least a portion of our workforce. So this is absolutely necessary. All right, I'm going to go into this right here. This is not scripted. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unshare just so you can see me right now. I don't have a slide for this. This was just about an hour ago. I was like, oh man, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? We talk about this a lot in my company. But the next most important thing, when our team is clear on their goals, on what they want in life, Eric, we got to create some slides on this, but we got to really figure out what's our culture of our company. This is where our part comes in, because with someone who can do the job, right? They've taken in the SOP at this point. They've proven that they can work that process and get the outcome our company needs. They've proven that they have goals, personal, professional, financial goals of their own, 1, 3, and 5 years. They're awakened. They're like, I'm ready to go. What's the play here? And that right there, what's the play? Where's the field? Where's the equipment? Which way do I run? Who do I run with? What's the play? Like, what's the strategy? And that is what is missing for most businesses. That's why, by the way, most business owners wouldn't teach financial education, would not engage people's personal goals because they don't have an answer, a quality answer and clarity of their own business. It would require an accountability at a level they're not prepared to provide to answer this question of like, okay, what do I do next? So this is the clarity that business owners need. First of all, culture, okay? When we're talking about the global workforce, we're talking about the entire globe. We're talking about people that come from different societal cultures, different religions, different customs. We eat sitting on the floor, dude. We eat standing on their hands. I don't know. Like we eat green eggs and ham, bro. Like there's all sorts of crazy stuff that you guys do and you think that I'm crazy for doing. Like we have all sorts of different cultures and customs. And so how do we really unite people that come from such a variety of backgrounds? Well, we got one company culture, and that's where it's important that a company has a clarity on who are we. So what actually unites people from all around the world? Man, that's that. Thankfully, there's some really powerful and straightforward answers to that. First of all, personal development. Everybody wants every culture in the world has people that are interested in this. Not everybody is interested in it. I think America is probably the worst off for this. Like, I want to personally develop, man. You don't really get it. So everybody's, again, a little too full to be interested on doing something extra. But everybody, there's every culture in the world has people interested in personal development. Financial growth. Every culture on this planet operates with some sort of currency. Doesn't matter if it's a dictatorship, socialism, communism. Dude, there's money flowing and exchanging. And what's really interesting about this time, we got people from all sorts of different governmental systems operating within an American capitalistic type society and benefiting from being tapped into this unique period in history, being tapped into this American country company, being part of a community that's on mission. Everybody, that's a human status. That's a human condition. We're community animals and species. Like we're entities that need community. So we will be in a community that's on a specific mission, doing something that matters, fulfilling individual potential. Man, but I know, collectively we got opportunity, but man, personally, there's something in me that I know I got more to give, personal potential and freedom. Do we all, like, societies all around the world want freedom? I want more freedom. And thankfully, money is freedom at its most purest form, its best. Okay. Money at its best is freedom. And so we all care about freedom. We want more freedom. We want more of an ability to do what we want to do when we want to do it, with who we want to do it with. We all love freedom. So our companies have to be founded and provide a space for people to unite around this culture. This is Premier Fitness's culture. This is Power Ops culture. This is Joe Smith's plumbing and heating, like whatever. Dude, this is our culture. This is what we're about. And so we can all speak the same language, even if we don't speak all the same language. Okay. So a mission statement, company mission statement, man, this right here is where we go off the rails a little bit. We got EOS. Oh, you got to have a mission statement. You got to have a vision statement, and all those things are good. Yeah. But like, it's more of a box that most businesses check. Oh, our company has a mission statement. We have a vision statement. Yeah, but do you like eat, breathe, and sleep this vision? Can you hardly withhold yourself from communicating the opportunity of who we are, what we're doing in this moment? And that's the tough part, is because most business owners are like just so maxed out, spent in trying to do all the little things. They haven't properly delegated or released control to the point where they can actually think about, man, what is our vision? What's our mission? So this is not our mama's mission statement. Okay. This is vision that people can feel a very clear opportunity in. Something that pulls them forward. Like what is the space at its biggest opportunity? Okay. Business owners are the visionary. Okay. And every single day, you need to be able to speak this vision and be prepared to remind our team members about the value of our offer. Okay, because it's forgotten. Like our team members, it's not their vision. It's not their. They didn't create this. They had maybe been with us for a little while. It's not their responsibility to come in with a lot of clarity over our industry, our clients, the solution we provide. Dude, it's a mystery to them. So it is our responsibility to make sure that we have a very clear and passionate vision. If we don't have a passionate vision, it's wonder why we can't get great people. That's the number one thing I hear from business owners. I heard it yesterday. Man, I just can't find great people from a company within our same space. We can't find great people. Well, great people don't want to work for crappy businesses and terrible business owners. Okay. So in order to attract great people, we got to have a great company. We got to have a great vision. We have to embody a lot of integrity and the truth of our vision. This is the real opportunity. This is how far we've already come since I started the company. Here's just the ocean of opportunity we have left to explore. Okay, so that's got to be very clear. And with that business opportunity, moving that in, what is the opportunity within our businesses? What are the problems within our business? What are the operational inefficiencies within our business? What are the products and services that we've never been able to promote because the ownership and the management has just been so busy trying to fulfill that thin layer of current offers, the basic thing that we do already? There's so many more services and products that we should be promoting to our clients. Okay, what are the additional valuable outcomes that we create for our clients? What are the targets that our team members can pursue to achieve both large and small payouts? This right here, this is where most business owners have not gone deep. This is where most business owners are unable to provide this clarity. Most business owners as well as employees think that, man, every 6 months, every 12 months, I got to provide a consistent raise. Otherwise, people will think there's no opportunity. And unless I give them that extra quarter an hour, they're going to find somewhere else. It's like a that's such a small way of thinking about things. And when we propagate that as business owners, we send a signal to our team members who are otherwise financially ignorant. And that's not a knock on our team. I was financially ignorant. We were all financially ignorant. The government did not help us out. Mainstream education did not help us out. Media certainly doesn't want us aware of all this, but it's like, as business owners, we know the truth, and yet we hold that back from, like, well, this is how the world really works. I'm not going to give you that quarter an hour raise. Actually, I'm going to set a larger target, a greater opportunity, and a more exciting payout, but that is going to require your investment, your engagement. You got to be willing to put out more effort before getting the payout. Oh, well, oh shoot, I really wanted that quarter more an hour. Well, I'm sorry, like, that doesn't make you more safe, and it doesn't make you more valuable. It makes you less of both of those things if I just gave you incremental increases. It keeps you captive thinking that you're safe and you're valuable, but actually you'd be the first to go if we absolutely needed to. When the economy turns, that is what would happen. But actually, to be able to educate our team, this is how we create more value. This is where the value is. This is how you can go after it. And with positive outcomes, that's where your opportunity to increase your value is, beyond a quarter an hour, $5 an hour, beyond being able to equate that to an hourly buy-in altogether. What is this per hour stuff? Like, that's a terrible way to equate our value. Okay, per hour. So what are those things? That's the clarity that most businesses don't provide. But to be able to define that, and just, you would only be able to give a taste to that. You'd only be able to, like, figure out a little bit of what those areas are. There's so much more that an engaged team that's working within the trenches every day could find and pull out that you've never even thought of. Okay. It is our responsibility to provide a mission that people are excited about and see opportunity in. Creativity follows commitment, which business owners, business leaders, guys on my team, guys and girls on my team, in order to get commitment from our operators, from our team members, they've got to see commitment coming from you. And that commitment is going to breed creativity. And that's when we can start to expect our team to get really creative, to get really committed. Look at this call right now. Look at how committed I am right now. I got my team on. I got the people I love. I got a brother I love, Robert. What's up, my friend? Dude, this is commitment right here. With a smile on my face, with full passion. Dude, I'm here to just give you what I got. And granted, we do this long enough, we stay committed. This is stuff that people need. Millions of business owners need this information right now. So we're gonna stay committed in the trenches. And this is what that commitment looks like. Okay. So guys, I want to give you a couple examples of what we've done in our company to provide these levels of opportunity, because it's about educating. Going back to the financial piece, it's about educating our team, our people, our family, the people we genuinely care about, the people that we treat like family. We want to show them the way. We don't want to just give them the fish. We want to show them to fish. So these are some of the opportunities that recently we've done. Reviews, getting a review, a positive Google review. We're going to pay them $10 for a positive review. For them to cultivate that review, $10. How long does that take? Okay, 30 seconds to 5 minutes tops. $10. What if you get one of those per hour? Now suddenly you gave yourself a $10 an hour raise. If you get two of those per hour, what does that mean for you? And so it's good for our members to be able to see, man, I can control my hourly income by doing something simple, by engaging and extroverting myself a little bit and asking somebody for something valuable for the company. It's good for our clients because, and over the past, we've done this for a week now. And this is going to be something we do forever. But we've gotten 20 positive reviews over the last 1.5 days. and it reinforces to our customers, man, I really do like that company. Actually, I love them. They're really dependable. Let me type it out and tell them how I feel. That actually, as they're writing it, they're connecting with it. So this one small way, it's valuable for the client. It entrenches them into the positive relationship they have with us. Or they might say, no, I can't actually do that, honestly, because I don't feel really good about you. That's great to know, to pull out issues. So it's good for our clients. It primes them for additional sales. But at $10 a review, this is the way I'm looking at business owner. $10 a review, we want 100 reviews on each platform that we maintain. So at 100 reviews, that would cost the company $1,000 at $10 per review. At $1,000 to get a platform with 100 reviews, if that creates one lead, that's worth $1,000. It's paid for itself. That's why this is a machine that we can create here. And that's the way we've looked at these opportunities. What is something that's sustainable, long lasting, high value, low effort, that we can get our team to really see and start looking for opportunity? I'm not looking for a quarter raise. Where can I make $10 every 5 minutes? And then how can I scale that activity and do that and multiply that outcome and do that as much as possible? That's powerful. That's getting people to think like an entrepreneur. Another one is sanitation wipes. So we work within commercial fitness centers. Every commercial fitness center has sanitation products. This is a passive. This is a consumable item, right? Wipes, paper product. Think Dunder Mifflin. Okay, Jam. Okay, whatever. Like, you guys get it. It's paper, baby. All right, it's consumable. They use it. They need more of it. When you make one sale, you get a commission. Every time that order is refilled, that person who made the first sale continues to get paid every single time that order is automatically refilled. That is called passive income. That's called cash flow. That's the compounding investment of what? Money? No, sweat equity. This is better than the stock market. Okay, to get this type of return from the stock market, you've got a large amount of liquidity, a lot of liquid cash. That means cash you can move around really easily from your pocket to the stock market, and then pray that I hope I get the returns of at least 10%. Okay, in order to get the type of return you would get from selling a product once and doing that over and over again, teaching our team, man, what does passive income look like? What does that feel like? Okay, and then giving them a lot of streams of opportunity, other client referrals, maintenance contracts, increasing the frequency of maintenance contracts. We had a collections agent, someone working in accounts receivable, yesterday increase the frequency of a quarterly contract to a monthly contract. Do this for everybody. This is collections agents doing this. We've got customer service agents selling. We've got field service people that are in front of our customers, and our customers have all the money that they want. And so it's for almost everybody in the company should be connecting with this new money. Contracts, increase in frequency, and then equipment. Big, obviously large margin product sales is a one-time big kill that people are mostly aware of when it comes to sales, but makes those little opportunities within our businesses that teach our team about incremental growth and compounding interest over time and passive income. And that's powerful because cash is not king. Cash flow is king. We want flow. I don't want a finite amount of anything. We need a flow. We need to teach our people to get a flow. One that we're not sitting here and have to have our butt in a chair. Like, what does a butt in a chair even mean anymore? I don't even know where my chair went. I don't even have a chair to put my butt into. Okay, but like, we're all remote now. This is global, baby. Like, the world is different. It's changed. While the office space has changed and we're no longer working within a brick and mortar location, like we're not working around Nancy and doing the water cooler pizza Friday thing. Look, one thing that has not changed is the marketplace. It's the value exchange, is understanding how money flows and how money flows to value. So being able to define that in our companies, that is the greatest, most important development responsibility. And it starts with us as business owners. Okay, this is what separates most entrepreneurs from where they are and where they want to go, and then how fast they can get there. It's this right here. It's not activating our team to understand what's in it for them and how do they actually tap into that financial increase. So, two questions we got to get really clear on, business owners. First one, what is the good that my company does for every stakeholder involved? So, stakeholders would be clients, our vendors, and other team members. Okay. And then specifically for us as individuals, your team members individually, like, does our company good to all of those operators? That's important. People want to be a part of a mission that matters and actually has a positive effect on everybody involved. If our businesses are taking or manipulating our clients or vendors, it just is, there's going to be a break there, and that's going to be a problem with people long term ethically. And anybody that is okay with that is not the type of person you want to be entrusting your processes in your company to. If they're okay with that, they're gonna start to rip you off too. The second thing is, what are the clear, proven, and valuable opportunities within our business that my people have access to? Have I defined that? Have I made that clear? Have I quantified what the value of that could be? And have I empowered them with the knowledge of how they would start to tap into that? And that's what's missing from most businesses right there. So those two sections, those are probably the most important part of development. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. And we're going to go back into all this stuff as structure, right? And that's where most businesses miss it. They think that if I just structure things, if I just plan things, if I just ran things a certain way, that's where success, disproportionate, large leaps of success is going to come from. No, it's not. It's not. It's activating our people and getting our people clear on why would I engage at a higher level than what I'm required to do. Because what we're required to do is only going to pay us so much. I mean, there's a ceiling. It's $20 an hour. It's $5 an hour. It's $30 an hour. Like, that's your cap. But the uncapped potential is in the additional value that can be the additional value that can be created in our companies. All right, let's go back and let's go into the functional stuff. Okay, so an organizational chart. This is a hierarchy of how your company is set up, who is responsible for who, is a snapshot of the organization. It's the family tree of the company. Okay, this is important to be able to see where's the accountability, who is responsible ultimately for the departments in question, and where's the opportunity for growth? Where's the need for operators? Okay, so having this in place is so important in terms of management and development, because you see what the accountability structure is. On the management side, we see who is responsible for who. On the development side, you can see where is our team members who are interested in growth. Where's their move? What are their opportunities? Where's the gaps in leadership? Where are the additional departments that can be built out? And who has the skill sets to potentially move into those roles? Okay, key performance indicators. This is all about management, okay, and development, right? So on the management side, key performance indicators. This is essentially a numerical value associated with every process we have. It's either numerical or it's a yes or no. It's how many estimates were sent out today? 20 estimates were sent out. How many estimates are supposed to be sent out every day? 15. Okay, good. So our KPI requirement is 15 estimates. We sent out 20. You can see there's additional value that was created there that day. But if we sent out 10, we're falling below our performance. And obviously in that scenario, like, it could vary. Estimates could be higher or lower on a given day. So it's just, you got to find out what is the requirement. That may be more of a yes or no questions. Were all the estimates that were required to be sent out that day. There's certain things that, again, are yes or no. There's other things that are graded based off of a number. But it's so important with a remote workforce, for any workforce. This is how we take emotion out of leadership. This is how we look at the data, and we read the data to determine the performance of our company as a whole and the performance of our individuals. Okay. And that, I mean, we actually get more human in that way, because now it's not I feel like Nancy has fallen below the target. No, it's a very clear Nancy's struggling, and let me go in there and just check on her. Hey, Nancy, what's changed? Is everything okay? Is there any help that I could support you with? And genuinely approaching Nancy that way, because it's not a question as to whether or not she's crushing it or she's struggling. She's struggling here. The data shows she's struggling. We don't need to spend any time getting Nancy's opinion on her performance, us giving our intangible feelings about her performance. We can point to data and we can have a more valuable conversation of, hey, what's going on? How can we support you right now? So that's key right there. And to be able to oversee our performance from a workforce, a global team that is remote, this is essential. Like micromanagement, you're not going to be able to micromanage your way to success as you start to scale out that team. Our team members need to be trusted with autonomy, especially our leadership, especially those who have been with us for any length of time. There needs to be lots of autonomy, lots of freedom, but this is a requirement to know that our team is executing the way that it needs to happen. So those KPIs should be collected into a dashboard. Okay, this is a hub for all of our data, for all of our metrics and outcomes. Are we getting what we need? Are all outcomes in accordance to what is going to keep us moving and keep fulfilling our daily operations? So it could be something as elaborate as this. This is our dashboard. It's where we collect all of our data. You can see on the left-hand side, it has all of our major departments and responsibilities. Or it could be something as simple as an Excel spreadsheet that's updated every day. Whatever it is, our primary KPIs have to be tracked. They have to be monitored, and we have to make decisions on them. Beyond monitoring basic levels of performance, KPIs obviously will show you if a team member is on the path to development, if they're developing beyond what they're required to do and overachieving in their targets, right? The KPIs will also read that to you. It'll tell you, man, this person's outperforming what we hired them to do. They're creating exceptional outcomes, and incentives can be tied to that. And that's what we do is like, hey, you're expected to get this type of outcome, but if you hit anything above that, that's where these additional incentive structures come into play. Company meetings, this is a way that we stay connected to our team every single day. We're not in a physical office. We get very limited one-on-one time with our entire team every day, if we get that at all. So having a company meeting, the intention of that is to be able to see our team is in one place at one time, this digital space, to be able to ensure that they're on, they're ready to go. This is at the start of every day. Are they on time? What's their facial expression like? Dude, what are they wearing on their face? Are they neutral? Are they happy? Are they like going through it? You could tell, man, they just, had a situation right before jumping on this company meeting, and so we see that. It also, we could see participation engagement. Who are the people who often speak up and have something to say and have something positive to contribute? Who are those that tend to fall in the background? And then with that information, being able to see our team, we can then structure our one-on-one meetings with those who need it the most. Hey, Barbara, like, what's going on? Seems like maybe you're going through something. Is everything okay? You showed up to the meeting late. You maybe look like you were going through something. I just want to check on you. How's everything going? And that's something for our department heads to take responsibility over and to observe that in company meetings. In addition to company meetings, there should be departmental meetings. We run these after our company meetings. Leadership, guys, we got to tighten this up. Okay, departmental meetings, so important for every leader to come in with their team and do a quick check-in. Hey guys, on target, off target. Okay, every Monday for us at our company, we have our sync up meetings. These are more of our larger format meetings. We're meeting for an hour to an hour and a half with each of our departments. We're setting targets for the week. Everybody's laying out their clothes for the entire week. Here's what we're going to go ahead and accomplish. All good. Everyone's in agreement. Does anybody need any clarity? These departmental meetings every day are quick check-ins. Just, hey, how's it going? Are you on track, off track? Any major issues that you're you're working through and you need support on? Is there anything that's being delayed? How can we help you? How can we reprioritize? How can we delegate? And so those departmental meetings are an opportunity, again, to assess facial expressions, engagement, attendance, and just make sure as a department they're ready to rock and roll. All right, daily performance tracking. And all this, again, is structure. It's like, how do we run the day to day? And that's good, but it is not the silver bullet. We really got to engage with our team. Like, what does our team want? Have we provided clarity on how they can achieve their goals? Have we given them the big, exciting vision and opportunity that we can create here? And then all of this is mandatory. This is not a nice thing for companies to have. Daily performance tracking, KPIs, SOPs, these are not nice things. These are required things. These are baseline requirements. This is why companies fail, not with the global workforce, but they fail with Nancy. Okay, this is why Nancy's been there for 10 years and she hasn't done anything extra. All right, it's because we don't have this type of structure that is so necessary. All right, so daily performance tracking, there's a lot of different options here. You could do screen tracking. This is something that we do not to jump in and be like, hey, what websites are you on? Are you working right now? It's not so much a, are you working at this moment? It's more of a daily, what sorts of things, what sorts of, where's your attention flowing on a macro level daily? And so it tracks that for us and it tells us, okay, is our team on target with things related to what they're responsible for and what they do here every day? Are we off track? So some companies opt to do a little bit more of a micromanagement, screen recording, jumping on to what you're doing. That's it. To me, it's excessive. Like, we've got to be able to trust our teams, making clear their processes and responsibilities and the outcomes that they need to be delivering every day. Operational software. All right. So this is, yeah, I mean, it's everything, right? There's so many different types of applications that you'll need. And then there's so many different options within each of those operational systems that you could possibly choose from. Here are some that we use. Just go through it. Outlook, obviously, for email. Zoom, we're on a Zoom here. This is how we communicate as a company and then break off into departmental meetings, CRMs, accounting softwares, service softwares, Loom, which is a training software. You got HR software. So you have these cloud-based digital softwares. It's 2025. Like, we got to make sure that every aspect of our business is accessible online and has a specific app that works well for every different country that our team is located in, that they're able to access what they need. And we also want to set up structures for giving them access only into those applications that they need access to, right? So that's a conversation for next month as we talk about security. There is 6 billion other options within these types of communication softwares, right? We got Skype. There's Monday.com for task management, responsibility tracking. So all of that is great and wonderful. What works is the software that you work. But again, in terms of developing and managing our teams, there's nothing like engaging with our team on a one-to-one basis, lighting them up over their potential, their goals, their targets, and then aligning them with the opportunity within our business so that we're both looking down the same scope. We're both looking at the same target. Most employees have a gun in their hand. At best, they have something powerful in their hand that they're working with, that they're excited to work with. They're excited. Look at what I got. Look what I got. The problem is they're blindfolded. And then they just start shooting, not really knowing where to place their energy or focus their attention. And when they take off the blindfold, they see everybody around them that they care about is dead. Okay, that is not a good situation. We got to take off the blindfold. We got to show them prop safety, and we got to give them a target. And we got to measure that target. Did you hit the bullseye or were you on the outer rim? Okay, here's how we can refocus and get you closer to that target. And that's development. And in order to have that kind of time and energy, you got to be able to make space for yourself, for your leadership team, for you as a business owner. You got to be able to delegate the things that take your attention, your energy, to have enough time to develop our team, to be able to get better at their craft and to provide more value in our business. So thank you so much for joining me this month's session, the Global Workforce Mastermind here. I am going to open it up now for any questions. Okay. Any specific support that's required? Anybody got anything that I can help you out with here today? We got my team on. My leadership team's so tight, right? You
What's
guys
up?
got the stuff down.
I got something for you.
Let's go, Robert.
What's going on, man? I'm looking for it right now. I wrote it down. Let me see here. Okay, there it is. So when you were talking about the KPIs, and I'm just thinking out loud. So you're a person that just starts. It's a scenario, and you're bringing somebody on. How much time do you spend onboarding that person before you give him or her kind of some freedom to express themselves within the practices that you've already put in place?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, it's about a day where maybe a day worth of training. And that training is an SOP, which, and we can go deep on this right now, deeper. It's the SOP is essentially a Word document that has a step-by-step process of exactly how to do what you expect them to do. And then you record, if it's an administrative process, you record it through Loom and you record your desktop and you actually show yourself doing this thing exactly as you expect them to do it, getting the exact outcome that you need to get from them. If it's a physical process, so we've got technicians out in the field, we've actually recorded what that looks like out in the field. So recording it being done, call recordings if it's for salespeople, listen to how it all sounds, but actually recording it being done. And then this SOP is provided to the person. So for us, we have a lot of like general company training videos that they would watch, tell them about the company and our mission and all of these things. And then we have specific SOPs that tell them specifically about their role. So I'd say a day, and that is more than enough time for them to just kind of, they're like a fish who just had their bowl clean. You plop them into this new environment, they're like they're in shock for most of the day. We don't want to sit there with them and make them feel any additional unnecessary pressure of like, I got to pretend like I understand everything that this person's telling me. No, we want to give them a document, a video, pause it, rewind it, slow it down, speed it up, whatever it is you need in order to learn the way that you learn. It's fine. Take your time. So most of the time a day, people can really kind of catch the understanding of the process. And then we give them some practice scenarios, or we'll give them real life scenarios if it's not a big deal if they screw it up, we'll give them some real life scenarios. And then we watch the outcome. How did they do that? And then if they get it 80% of 100% outcome, then that tells us this is someone that gets it and we can continue to invest into. If they get it, below 80%, depending on the process, then you might want to consider maybe cycling in somebody else to give it a shot.
That's good, man. It's the opposite a lot of times in the corporate world. They just throw you in there. They don't have a lot of training already created. Like you mentioned, you had the videos and you already have some of the resources already created so that they can take ownership of it and grow, which is huge. So that's good, man.
That's it. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. This has been this month's version or session of the Global Workforce Mastermind, and I'm excited to get into it next month. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.